part 2 of the Punters show. Before we get right into the emails, which we're not going to do a lot of because we've all got to get going because we're running late because I had garage doors issues. Tournaments, the 25,000 tournament is just proving awesome.
I'm going to get back into them next week and be in every single one of them. I haven't been able to because I haven't had $110 in my bank account. I've just got to leave the toll money in there. I watched them play on Saturday. I had a friend who was in it. Yeah. Every person has a stack of fun.
Yeah.
How many runs they end up getting? Do you know?
Oh, I would have been just over 100, wouldn't it, Matt?
Okay, so punters out there.
Well, put it this way, it was 89 mid-morning when I saw it.
Okay, so let's say there's 140 people. They're bringing in $15,000 and giving away $25,000. Now, I don't know if that makes sense to you out there, but that's fucking unbelievable. It's just fantastic fun. You've got to get involved, you've got to build it up, you've got to play and give yourself, and they're paying the top 15, and there was blokes who got in the 10th spot, they didn't move all day, because they just have to get their 900.
Yeah.
Top better are fucking really having a shot at the stump with this. It's a wonderful concept.
Absolutely.
So and I wasn't played for a couple of weeks because it's $100 and I'm a bit busy, but now I'm thinking, fucking $100, like, my bank, I need to be trying to get the 6,000.
Yeah.
The old Glens will be back next week and be hard to beat.
So it's basically 6,000 for the winner and paying down to, depending on how many people.
I still haven't done I'm still a maiden. I've a couple of racings. Yeah. I've got a good ratio. I'm still 11-2 favourite every week.
What do they call it? Australia's best maiden? You might be Australia's best maiden. The commentator loves that.
We haven't heard that.
In ages.
We haven't.
Well, Lake Geneva was Australia's best maiden before Hawkesbury.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's right. She's won a race, hasn't she?
She's won 2 races now.
Oh, that's right.
What about
Yuck. That's right.
Australia's best maiden?
Australia's best maiden. Tweet, Matthew.
Hawks would have one, wouldn't he?
Wasn't Fwerza Australia's best maiden at one stage?
Probably was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he was too. And what about
Australia's best maiden? Yeah. Because they haven't.
I don't know who Australia's best maiden is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
There's also won this AJC Derby, the Egyptian something. Who was that?
It's if it won the Derby, wasn't it?
Won the Derby. Won one race. Like it went around the Melbourne Cup, was it?
The Pat Carey horse.
Yeah, that horse.
Ethiopia.
It's Australia's best one winner. Only one race?
Oh, I think it might have picked up something along the way.
I don't know if it
hasn't won since, I know that.
Well, it hadn't won before.
Yeah, it won the money. Yeah, Ethiopia might be Australia's.
It's Australia's best class one.
That might be like.
Imagine putting the class one with 92.5.
Have you've seen the countdowns on Music Max and that? The best, whatever, one-hit wonders. How about this? It was the greatest countdown of all time, but they just stuffed it up. The best 2-hit wonders.
Oh yeah.
Because you always think about one-hit wonders. 2-hit wonders.
Couple of twos.
Yeah, 2-hit wonders.
Yeah. The best one-hit wonder is Werewolves of London. What's his name? Zephron or something?
yeah. You're not even supposed to remember their names.
Yeah, their names, yeah.
But
the 2-hit.
Werewolves of London was a good song. I sit there going,
Can you tell me in 2-hit wonders, how the hell Don McLean just isn't rubber stamped? I mean, well, American Pie is normally in the top 10, and then he's got Vincent.
Yeah.
And then he's got absolutely
Castle's
nothing
in the Air? No, that's a hit, isn't it?
Is that...
I'm tipping he's got more than 2 ones.
Oh, I think it's only 2.
Anyway, we'll work on that one.
Anyway, there's more betting on that.
They said the Village People was number 1, and Village People got about 4. So whoever put it together got it wrong, but awesome concept. Same thing.
So
best Class 1 horse too.
Yeah, I think that's a good...
Best Class 1 horse, best maiden. There you go. Twitter this afternoon, Matthew. All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, tournaments.
Oh yeah, get involved. Just, get involved. Play it tough. Rebuy if you have to, if you can afford it. You're mad if you don't, because you're getting the fucking prize money is the easy part.
Yeah, and you're going to have $1 billion tournaments this week.
Who won Dirty Filthy Crookshank?
No, I think he ran 3rd, didn't he?
No, he done. He took it out.
Oh, he won.
No, he ran 3rd. He ran 3rd. It was our mate Dominic Ricks.
Oh, Dom Ricks won it, didn't he?
What did Cookie get for 30? Would have got $1,500 or something.
3, I think.
Fuck, it's a lot of money for $100.
3 would be probably second one. It'd be probably 6-3, 15.
Oh, it'd be 6-3, 15. I don't know what get the top better, look at sites, look up the tournaments, ring them at top better, get in contact with them, ask out more about it. It's not a racket, we're not selling anything, we don't, just get involved.
Actually, Glenn needs you to be involved.
No, it doesn't mean less people involved better for me.
Dom Ricks.
It was 25,000 guarantee.
Oh, stop telling people about it then.
I just like people to fucking run into 6,000.
Dom Ricks wants to thank you, actually, Mark.
Oh, really?
He got out. He apparently Potter was quite keen on solicit, so he was all in, and he said you just love telepathic. Yeah. So he just all in on double.
And when I said dirty, filthy crookie, I didn't mean that like that. I just meant that he would lead all day. Dirty, filthy crookies in front. Yeah. He's a terrific fella and a good player.
And John Kelson was another guy, the Adelaide guy.
Yep.
He's on Twitter, Eagle Punt, I think
Beautiful.
his name is.
Fucking-
So Little Punters Show crew. So
And you can, as
friend of mine
I
was
say, you can win your way through with the stack of tournaments throughout the week, and it's on all 4 venues again this Saturday, I think, Matt. So you can bet around. So if you don't like Sydney, you don't like Melbourne, you don't like Brisbane, whatever,
They're great.
you can bet whatever venue you like.
Well, a friend of mine was involved in it, and they were in about 8th and 10th spot all day, but didn't want to get the prize money, wanted to win it, and had about 60,000 come the last race in Rosehill, and 60,000 a place on the horse we spoke about earlier, the grey horse. What was it called?
Footy fan.
No, the grey horse last race.
Bankers.
No,
Oh,
the grey horse, the fucking Sweet Idea thing. No, it's not Sweet
Oh,
Idea.
Swift Lady.
Swift Lady.
Right.
Yeah.
But they've had 60,000 a place in Swift Lady. It's Mr. Place. But if it runs a place that paying about $380, they win $6,000 fucking dollars.
Yeah, that's right. For 110.
Like it runs a place, they win the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds all right to me.
Anyway.
I've got to get back involved.
All right.
I'm a new top better tournament man.
Perfect. From Neil, I know that there is a mini-series planned to tell the Michelle Payne Melbourne Cup story and
fucking
recall her
boring.
comments relating to racing being a chauvinistic sport moments after the race. It occurred to me that Juppy might get a gig in the mini-series repeating his joke to the all-male panel from the Melbourne Cup previous show.
What
The
did he
racing gods have always had a sense of humour.
What did Juppy say?
Do we leave that in Melbourne or do we...
What did he say?
Matthew?
What did he say?
he said, I think he said,
I was excited.
at least she's got a rail. I think he had barrier 1 or something.
Yeah.
At least he's got a rail to follow her around so she know which way to go, or something like
Oh,
that.
that's
But
right.
is that chauvinistic or is that just... That's not chauvinistic,
That's
just...
opinions about
That's just somebody sick of doing their money on Michelle
I
Payne.
don't understand why people think this is a girl-boy thing when we're punters. We care about...
Oh,
you know,
because we were pro Kathy there for a while, and we saw very pro Kathy actually for
Early
a
on.
while. And and then we saw the form
I don't think
change, and we
it's a bad
became
thing to say.
against Kathy.
Yeah,
it's
Michelle Payne. That's not like he said you wish she was in Paris the last 2 days, isn't it?
That Melbourne Cup made a lot of people,
What's
smart
happened
people,
with
look silly.
Well, this Paris thing's just terrible. The French are going to go on with it, which is great.
Yeah.
You're going to love that.
What about?
Where is the Foreign Legion? Is that not involved anymore? Didn't they used to have the Foreign Legion?
They're in Singapore, Glenn.
Anyway, whatever. But isn't it amazing how 129
In that
gets
African
banged in the head, and it's just the lowest thing. But the week before, when 229 Russians went down the plane, well, it's not that, it's just a plane crash.
Yeah. Or what about
weird, isn't it?
what about? I think the same week when when there was collateral damage of 47 people in Lebanon or Syria, there was men, women, and child. No.
If you had the power of God in you now, and you could change history, what do you stop? The plane crash or the shooting?
No, I don't know.
Well, you're going to have a pick. Which one? You're now God, Lamborn. And you can say, I can stop the plane blowing up, or I can stop the fucking maniacs, the unwashed, the conceived out of women's anuses people.
Blow themselves up and other people with them.
Yeah, and shoot. Yeah, that's where they were conceived, Alice. Which one do you stop? You stop the plane crash because it's 229.
It's more.
But the coverage on the plane crash, it's just a plane crash.
Well, it's from the.
But these bastards have been shot at a gig.
Yeah.
This is terrible, and this is going to change the world, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
What about the publicity for the band?
Fucking the band. Do you reckon anyone will go to another one of the gigs?
God.
I go see them, but it's fucking so sad. But anyway,
Yeah.
I can't get over how little was thought about. Well, also the plane crash, they're just Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong.
French, they drink wine and they fuck.
Yeah.
You know, French,
And you've been to France?
they're full of vodka. Yeah, it's water spirit.
Yeah. Well, you got Warwick Farms on. Better
Warwick
get home.
It's Monday morning.
Better get home.
Fucking, I'm in this. What sea is that sea I was in?
The French Riviera, was it?
But yeah, it's in the Riviera. But what's the
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean?
Yeah.
Don't get to the farm. It's great. That was the best call off.
And when I got the email, I've got to catch 3 trains, 2 planes, land in Sydney and get to Warwick Farm.
I should be there.
I'll be there half an hour before race 1. And anyway, I'm here.
Send an email.
I sent a text to Dallas on fucking.
And the person we saw at Warwick Farm, Dal, that
Oh
wasn't.
no, he was.
Well, it's fun getting there.
Anyway, all right. TQ has said, "Dear Dallas, Glenn, Mark, and Matt in alphabetical order. No offence taken."
There we go.
Oh, beautiful.
Is that all right?
That's not bad.
You
That's not bad.
know, Horry's always upset about alphabetical order.
Well, it's
What's the W?
It's the only time he runs last at anything.
Tell you.
Yeah. Putting up with more race and more
This is so
crappy
true.
Sky Channel coverage over the weekend as they transfer race after race to Sky 2. 2 for taking too long to load. I wonder whether Sky 1 now was only a tote odds service and Sky 2 was where you were supposed to watch all the races.
That's a very fair comment. I've noticed at Sky 1,
Yeah.
because you think about loading horses, every second race takes a while.
Yeah.
They just transfer.
Yeah.
They swap pages, you've got to keep getting up, changing channels.
And you know, and you know what, Sky, now part of the basic package, for those of you who don't know, and even the operators on the phone don't actually know, Sky, Greg Radley and that channel, what are they just called, Thoroughbred Central or whatever,
Central.
and Sky 1 is part of your basic Sky package.
Yeah.
Oh, so Sky 2 isn't.
Sky 2 isn't.
So you've got to pay me
So
with Sky
actually,
2.
so if
Wow.
you want to ring up Foxtel and you can tell them you can get your package reduced now, you can, because they'll still be charging you if you don't reduce your package down. There you go.
Yeah, we'll give
Brought to you by
Sky Bet.
Foxtel.
And if you want to back Better Not Blue, $5 was bet.
Lovely. Another fuss. I realise that we punters, big and small, need a union to fight for things that we want to see improved, i.e. in New South Wales, everything. Many sectors of the racing system are complaining about the way the industry is run in New South Wales. Trainers, race clubs, bookmakers and punters, and individually we're getting no bloody where. Groups like trainers, jockeys and bookies already have industry associations to belong to, and as punters aren't employed by the racing industry, we can't form a union. So what about an association of some form or another? With punters, bookies, race clubs, committees and trainers all in together complaining very loudly about the state of the game in New South Wales. What do you guys think? Matt, you could set it up. Didn't you set up the young professionals in racing?
You did?
Just, you know,
That was
just
part of
What happened to the young
journey.
professionals in racing?
No, it's still there.
Chipping along?
It's been Racing South Wales and now administering it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's been
which was
So
the...
it means it's not going anywhere now.
What's the death knell? Is death knell? Is that a noise or whatever? When as soon as that was it, clunk. Sorry, Matthew. For
I
that.
know. So you must have been making too much noise for their liking, so they took you over and sort of put you down.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
I'll
you
answer the
can't
question.
comment.
The punters. Is there any punters association?
No, we tried it. We had a lunch.
We had
once.
lunch. Only one person went there and knew it would go nowhere. It was me.
Yeah,
I said, this is great, guys. This will never happen.
yeah. We had a good lunch though.
Yeah, it was nice. It was,
No
we met-
involves.
Yeah, no, everyone was there.
I had
It was
Darren
great.
before that day. Darren as a party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, it's a good idea, and it's a good idea, but it's just getting. Someone needs to be paid to do it.
The problem
goodness
is
of my heart.
the problem is to do something like that. It's a full-time job, and then and all of us that were at the lunch sort of had one or two other things to do other than
Yeah,
set up
that's
an
right.
association. I did explore it a little bit, but it just became what are you going to do?
Look, the greatest hope for our industry would be if suddenly the industry had to make money off its own back. So you go out to Rose Hill, and Rose Hill doesn't unless it makes a profit.
Yes.
No one gets paid.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
You've got to stop all these people getting paid for no reason.
You could have it like the prize money for this race is have it capped at 20,000, and then every 5 minutes you'd have the betting inflected. It's now worth 30.
I think it's exciting. We lost Matt Rudolph. Okay, we lost. He had a big job. We lost it. Has that job been taken over?
Today.
I don't know.
Cole Tuck going with that job,
Is he?
which means that Sean Thompson's moved to taking Cole Tuck's job.
But what about if we just didn't get anyone for that job? 300,000 jumps in.
You don't actually need anyone.
They made they announced a $10 million profit or something the other day.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, hang on.
That was
Hang on. I want to speak to RW about this because he understands it. But if you read through and you say it doesn't include this, it doesn't include this, and it doesn't include this, the actual accounting profit is minus something.
Right.
So I think the 10 million might have included.
It's got an operating profit.
Yeah, I think it was something from sale of assets, and didn't include doing their ass on TV. And so it was sort of almost like Glenn going to the races and said, "Well,
I won 8,600 on this.
I won 8,600.
I just did 9,800 on the other
I
races.
just didn't. Yeah, I just didn't count these races.
I didn't count. Right?
Yeah.
On the even races,
Yeah.
I won 8,600.
Yeah.
And on the odd ones, I did 9,800.
Look, I didn't look into it fully enough, but there was the bottom paragraph read differently to the top paragraph, and it's one that Mr. RW will. I was hoping to speak to him on Saturday. Yeah, so on Saturday
This coming Saturday, he'll be in Sydney.
Yeah, good. Well, we'll have a good chat
And
to him
apparently
about
they're not going away till the 9th of December, so we've got
2 weeks.
Well,
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Okay.
All right, lovely. All right, okay. And was Glenn at yesterday at Newcastle yesterday for Robert Thompson Cup?
I was there. Robert wasn't.
Okay.
He never turned up. So well done, Robert. He got a standing ovation by Gary Harley.
Yeah,
Telling
you.
everyone what a good bloke Robert was. And he's a good bloke. He's ridden over 4,000 winners, Robert Thompson.
Go, Robert.
He's a great man and everyone loves him.
Go, Robert.
Go, Robert.
Des, lawnmower effect, a lot.
Well, possibly,
Like,
but
we spoke about it a lot on the Friday show. Sorry to cut you off, Glenn. And you know, like everything was inch perfect 2 weeks ago.
yeah, no.
So why was it the same price on Saturday? Like, the betting said all those other horses from this race.
Yeah, couldn't win.
Press report, Sense and Reason.
Press report, 20
missed 10 pins. 50 Shades of Grey was like sort of hard in the market because of the wet track. And yet Alart was like, oh yeah, she can win again. And I didn't really understand that.
Fair enough. Look at Pop Strikes, I must have.
Lawnmower Effect to last. It was almost looked like Lawnmower Effect was possibly last. So, maybe playing up in the barriers was that. Did she go hard? I can't remember.
She ended up getting caught deep in the back of the field, like three deep, quick back.
Did she over race? Because that's the Lawnmower Effect.
What about I Am the Lady?
Yeah, well,
She was fat and she couldn't. I mean, I know you're saying it's not as wet as it is, but you did need some wet track handle capabilities.
You needed some fitness.
From
the parade. From hard to have.
I'm a little bit.
She would have been about a 15-1 chance in the parade.
Positive about I Am the Lady.
Sorry?
I'm positive about I Am the Lady. When it,
You meant it's a horse to follow.
yeah, like the way it bounced out of its barrier trial, which normally bungs the start, and then it was able to do it in a race.
Showed speed, like it's had trouble getting in the front, hasn't
Do
it?
you think, though, her not being anywhere near fit, doing that on a wet track and going
It's
as fast as
problematic.
she
It's
did,
problematic.
is almost a prep killer? How fast did they actually go?
Well, they didn't go as fast as either
She was
Brooklyn
really
Storm
controlled,
or Portside.
But I've still gone fast enough for first
The
start.
winners, yeah.
I think she's sort of. She's no Winks or anything, but the way that Winks developed and developed.
Actually, hang on.
Oh no.
Aaron's just arrived.
No, I'm just saying Winks was a fairly average sort of horse with ability, and she was also a horse
Now she's
with
Australian
ability,
best.
but she couldn't jump.
Yeah.
Now she's got the jumping part mastered.
Yeah.
And
Actually, it's a very interesting point that you make about Winks
But-
there,
but-
because what Winks did have early in her career, didn't have the ability to run good data across the board, but did have the ability to run a very strong 400 metres. So what I'm the Lady has got the ability to run very fast, but not for a sustained period. So she can strengthen that up and do that and get that going.
Yeah, exactly.
Then she has got the ability to run fast.
Follow. I'm happy to see it. Maybe not next run, maybe third.
Picture Form actually has the horse missing the start again on Saturday.
Yeah, okay.
So I look, there was only one horse I saw at the start there.
I think
Typhoon Jolie just went spring.
Yeah.
She sprang out of the gate.
It missed its start at its first barrier trial. Second barrier trial was able to find the lead, but she wasn't able to find the lead at all last prep. So that's a new little string to the bow.
But she remains a horse that's heavily backed every time she goes around. Like, remember at Canterbury, she's off the map twice, and Tennessee Hussey's still 2 for 2 against her. And
Who trains on his Lady Snowden, isn't it?
no, Joe Pride.
Joe Pride.
It was Sam Kavanagh to Joe Pride.
That's who it was.
Yeah, that was
Like
that was Brent's the Brent Irons Lady versus the horse that was scratched,
Palazzo
Palazzo Publico. From Michael, Waterhouse Godolphin rejects race with the stables. While I have rejects out there racing, the one that came to mind when I put that was Windjammer for Bjorn.
I've seen a few of Waller's things up
Yeah, they go
up north.
Up north,
They go North
yeah,
Queensland.
There's heaps of them down in Victoria, the stayers.
Yeah.
Like, remember that
But are they
race?
in other stables?
Yeah.
Oh, are they? I didn't know.
Yeah, those cleaning up
I
shit
don't follow
stays.
Melbourne racing.
No, but remember I showed you that that staying race, the last race at Moonee Valley in the middle of winter, and Waller had a couple, but there were about 5 others that he used to train.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
well,
remember.
Richie Callender had a horse down there just recently that won a race, a staying race. One of Richie's old horses, whether he's still a sharing, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a whack.
Oh, and a couple of those whacking stays that he had ended up going down to the jumps.
The
Yeah.
jumper. Yeah, one.
I would
one.
say he's actually got a good record up north with these horses. But
So I'd say Waller rejects
so
by
they
the
go
sound
okay
of
when
it.
they
They go
reach the
okay.
stable?
Whereas if you get a Waterhouse
well,
reject,
you go to Rockhampton.
it's fucking finished.
Yeah,
Waterhouse
well, it's the
reject.
way they're trained, isn't it?
What's the way
Well,
they're trained?
yeah.
I'd say Waller's are better looked after than Gaze. Gaze, they go in the machine. That's the Tommy theory. If they don't stand up, you get rid of them. If they're slow, you get rid of them.
No, I'd say Gaze asked a lot of questions of him. You know, if they're going to unlock something, she'll find it. So.
Like if Gay Waterhouse trained octagonal and it broke down at the 200 metres, she'd fucking go, all right, get out. Who gives a fuck? Where you'd have Snowden and Hawks, that'd be tears. Waller'd fucking be, they'd have to put him in a home for 3 fucking days in a straitjacket with a fucking, and put on fucking episodes of Skippy to calm himself down. I don't mind watching Skippy.
Maybe just get him in.
Skippy's always on at 3:30 in the morning.
Kiwi, like, do they like Skippy?
But it's just soft, and
That sounds more like Adam's family.
I watch it about 3 in the morning when I'm... Yeah, it does too. But it's like that. There's some sort of song to it. I still watch it.
It's the Skippy Chief.
It makes you feel better. Yeah,
Should we do part 3 as part of part 2?
Oh,
need to stop doing
if you want, yeah, no, but there was one tweet from
go on,
Turf Domain. Classic Impossibly Trust line about Casino Dancer. Casino Dancer, the only more race goer in the country than Glenn
I
Pollard.
did.
Yeah.
Potts write that, did he?
He said
the
that.
chat room,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wrote that in his preview of the men's race, the Matriarch Stakes.
Yeah, well, I know. Well, when you get smashed up like I did the place, that horse on Saturday, and you still make it to Newcastle yesterday, and then after the last at Newcastle, I thought, do I come back to Sydney to the show, or do I keep chipping along? I've got a sleeping bag and go to Corindai. You know you're a race car.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, but Corindai had cheered the 69.5 kilo horse.
Well, I would've- if
But
I
you know what?
If I'd known the 69.5 horses, I would have gone for sure.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't mean, maybe I'm only speaking for myself, but I'll actually watch that race today when I would normally.
Sure.
It's exciting.
And
Yeah.
you'll be cheering it so
Oh,
hard.
Alan Chow.
It's just the
Hey,
jockey
Chow.
choice is where they've gone wrong.
What a great name.
Yeah. Remember that bake that he got that day at Canada? It's one bloke we never saw before. It was like he'd been waiting 10 years just to give poor old little Alan Chow. I think it was he running a Graham Begg favourite or something like. There was something weird. He was a favourite at Canterbury. It might have been on a Friday night.
Graham Begg favourite.
It might have been on a Friday night.
a double, doesn't
and
it?
this bloke just got there, and Alan Chow's walking out, and you remember he just gave it to him.
Vaguely. My whole life's a blur.
It was just.
All right, so this is the start of part 3 now. We're doing it in 2
Week
parts.
ahead, Canterbury
Week ahead.
Wednesday, Bong Bong is Friday.
Well,
Kenny
I-
Ormel will be there.
I
Kenny Ormel's-
did love the ad about Bong Bong in one of the media things. It said, come to Bong Bong this Friday, blah, blah, this, and this. Well, you actually can't.
You can't. You got to be a member.
You got to be a member. It didn't have that in the advert.
So on the topic of Bong Bong, why did we have 5 tab meetings in New South Wales on Saturday? We had
really?
Rosehill, Kembla,
Last Saturday.
yeah, Rosehill,
Kembla,
Kembla, Gundagai,
Yeah.
Narromine, and Inverell.
They all tab meetings were.
They were all tab meetings. Inverell, they called them off after 3.
Wow.
Like, I've never seen that before.
Can you imagine the connuption I'm going to have is on Hawkesbury Friday? It's going to be called off, and I have to ring Dallas to organise me tickets to Bong Bong. Because I'll be fucking going.
Will Gay,
Get over Kenny
Gay
Ormel.
have one? Gay loves the Bong Bong Carnival. She always sends a favourite out, doesn't she?
Does she?
Yeah.
She can
Oh,
do,
actually,
you know,
what
like
happened to
she can do.
What happened to the other picnic meeting that was on this
Come
time?
by chance?
No, this time last year.
No, the Rosehill picnics or the
No, the one that was at one of the little sort of just near Picton or something like that.
Oh yeah, Fernley.
Fernhill.
Fernhill.
What happened to Fernhill?
From what I understand, it's the support. Maybe the council put up rates or an insurance. It just didn't become viable.
Well, anyway, they moved. First of all, they moved it. They moved it from Stakes Day to Caulfield Cup Day.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
How
And
do
then
you
it got
remember all this,
cancelled.
you guys?
Well,
Okay.
I think the family who owned that,
Yeah.
they had to put a lot of the
Yeah, no,
cash
they
up,
supported it,
and,
yeah.
they
Okay.
were just
Right, so
they
Racing
didn't get the
Wales
help
went-
they wanted the following year.
no,
It seemed like a good event.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
They had bookies
Bong-
there?
Yeah, Kenny Ormel won it. He didn't like the dust, but anyway, he survived. He didn't like having to wear a suit.
All right, so we've got
Anyway,
Canterbury Wednesday, we've got Hawkesbury and Bong Bong on Friday, back to Rosehill on Saturday, and Ballarat. What's it? Ballarat Milne, is it?
What's Ballarat? Is that Saturday?
Accelerate. Yeah,
That Warren Huntley's got the day off again. So
No, Warren's off, but Darren's in full swing. So any of Warren subscribers will get the Fletcher and Darren.
all right, social media, Matt. Anyone got back to us today?
Anyone?
Yes.
Has Adam Ironism come back?
As is back.
Does
anyone-
Alex Donnelly said he's 12 still around, talking about Australia's
Oh.
best maiden.
12.
12.
12. Gay's thing that ran
Yes.
second to Rubric.
Rubik.
Rubric?
Rubik.
Oh, it was a
on
bit of a beauty,
debut.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
He'll never win a race.
Someone said Jennifer Hawkins. That's pretty funny,
Oh.
I suppose.
What, the best maiden?
Maiden.
Australia's
As
best
in maiden, as in girl.
Jennifer Hawkins.
And then First Up Racing said Carmaneer. That must be maybe one of his horses. So we've got no good answers,
No.
basically.
No.
Thanks.
Thanks. Well done.
There it is.
Yeah.
So, everyone's
it
at
was.
work, eh?
Did anything on Adam Ironism as we?
No, we.
Anyone run? I'll just check the phone.
No.
This is what I'll be like, Adam. I'll be working around the clock for you, baby. No one's run.
No. All right, horses to follow. Anyone?
Well, Matt's put it out. He's put it out.
Yeah, so I'm the lady.
I'm as a lady.
I like
Well, I think you've got to follow Typhoon Jolie. Like the way she sprung out of the gates. This is the first time she's resumed with blinkers on. I tipped her the best bet of the day at Canterbury the week before on the radio.
Yes.
and was conned into tipping her again on Saturday.
There was a horse in the country race which I tipped, which came from last and went really well. Le Cavalier, I thought it was parading really well. And it's going to win a race this time, next time it starts.
Oh,
I mean, now, also, just quickly, on the same, a bit of a coincidence here, young Tim Clark, who I've given it to quite a lot of the show and bagged him in person and bagged him all the time and mentioned he drives a Mini, bag.
Yeah.
He's now on the good boy list. I was at Beaumont yesterday and I spoke to one of the stewards. I said, oh no, meeting in doubt after race one. I was like petrified and terrified and upset. And then Tim came past with his saddle. I said, Tim, are we sweet? He looked straight me in the eye. He said, Glenn, if it doesn't rain, we'll run every race. Big thank you to Tim there for just saving my saneness a bit. It didn't rain and we rode every race and he's now in the good boy list. He will not be back for 6 months. I love Tim Clark. And I like how he drives the Mini because he conserves energy for the country. And he's a nice man. And he's not that short if, you know, you're on your knees.
Time for...
It's time for Slaughter of the Quarter!
Brought to you by
I
Lily.
was told to watch your face every time Mark does that.
I know, I can tell you. Alright, brought to you by Lovely Lil.
Yeah.
It's coming down on the weekend, gonna have dinner with me, I think.
So A Banks is going to feature on this list.
Oh, for Metal Kiss? How did you slaughter it?
He didn't slaughter, the horse didn't go.
You did it 41 times!
No, but first of all, he did allow himself to get stuck behind S. Clinton on Danish Twist.
Oh, don't tell me anymore. Was it that bad? I can't watch the replay anymore.
No.
Yeah, don't watch the replay again.
No, I think
I think you're being a bit tough to my man, A. Banks.
Yeah, I think the fact the horse didn't go a yard.
That's his style. That's what he did at Canterbury.
What about Timmy Clark on? Oh, no, we're not going to get him in. Oh, you sweet.
What about Adam
S.
Hieronymus?
Clinton's got to get some points for Danish Twist.
Well,
What the fuck was she doing?
I haven't seen the replay, but Johnny Walter was very negative towards N. Thomas.
I'm mighty lucky. Well, he just got to get some.
Yeah, well, but I mean, can you really give him any points? Everyone knows N. Thomas.
I
Did
know.
come out and ride the first winner above just
There you go.
We were bad.
It's clipping it off.
He was,
What about Blake on Sir John Hawkwood? Probably asking a bit of a question of it on a
I think,
track.
I think Blake Spriggs is a good rider to back at odds, and I think when he gets into that under 2-1 range in town,
But when's it going to happen
he looks
again?
uncomfortable.
When was the last time he was under 2-1 in town?
Well, I thought that on Saturday. I thought, gee, you look uncomfortable
You
when
know,
I'm tipping
he
it.
rode 5 winners at Rose Hill on July the 17th. When was it?
Wasn't that Taylor Marshall?
Yeah, Taylor Marshall did.
Sorry,
last
Blake
week.
Spriggs.
yeah.
Jay Ford rode 5 winners at Kensington, didn't he? As an apprentice.
I think so. Yeah.
Blake Spriggs did something like that, and Taylor Marshall.
Blake Spriggs did 5. Yeah.
And then when Taylor Marshall gets interviewed about it,
I'm going to give a
I
point.
told you what he says. What's your biggest highlight? I rode 4 winners at Rose Hill. And you just go, listen, you fucking wombat, you rode 5. It's like saying you had 3 hole-in-ones in your life when you've had 4.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I'm going to give one down in Melbourne, a Melbourne slaughter. Not a major one, but James McDonald on General
Leaf,
Life just
yeah.
got trapped and the horse should have won.
It
by
just goes to show when you.
General Life or General
General
Leaf?
Who cares? But have you ever known a horse should have won more races than he?
Yeah.
They still won a lot of races.
Yeah.
No. And look, I have to say, I was glad in my heart to see Karen on Famous Seamus there take control of that race. Like,
Oh mate.
what is
Kathy
it about?
off.
What is it
Oh,
about
mate.
watching Famous Seamus win a race that's just sort of like
Oh, because he's.
One for the
brightens
Battlers.
your day, doesn't
Well, it's
it?
not Michael Smith. He's a battler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Kathy off. Her form
Such a
students.
deserving sort of horse.
He's a trier. He's a good trier. He's a he's a good trier. It's like every time I watch buffering win first up, I'm never involved, and it doesn't good to me. And I always go, gee, you're a good horse.
Yeah.
Up you go.
Well,
We like genuine horses. All right, well, is that the end of the show? Or do we
Pearl.
just
No, we got
we do a
Pearl.
pearl. One last pearl, because then we're going to go.
Yeah, well, I've got a bit of a bee in my bonnet about the stewards calling these tracks very, very wet. And they're not, yesterday we had a heavy 10 at Beaumont, Newcastle Beaumont. There was no unpredictable results
One
there.
race got home in 34.95.
There was no unpredictable results there. So I'm just going to offer you a little scale that I think you can adapt for your own personal use. Where I want to call, I'm going to use the 1200 as a guide. Obviously, you're going to pick and choose your distances, and you want an earlier race. But 68 seconds is a 2, 70 seconds is a 4, 72 seconds is a 6, 74 seconds is an 8.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair enough.
76 seconds is 74
Yeah.
seconds is an 8. 76 seconds is a 10.
Yeah.
You go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, isn't 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah. You're sorry, but I'm just, I picked out those numbers for.
Yeah.
And in a
Yeah, 'cause
very,
1200 is the
very
easiest, yeah.
interesting development, just quickly, really quickly. I believe I heard, it's only a rumour, I've got to get the details, that a young rider was brought before the stewards and gunned a guy or something. It was a girl rider. Don't know the full story yet, we'll get back to you. Okay, she had to explain herself for talking to another jockey who used to be a jockey. And apparently that's against the rules of racing.
What? What do you mean?
And apparently a lot, and what came out at the inquiry was, let me put it, how can I put it nicely? Anyway, it doesn't matter what that was about, but I'd love to know if this is a rule of racing, and I've got to find out more about it, if a jockey who's licensed is not allowed to talk to an older day jockey. Because if it's true, it's not true. I think it is.
Talk to it on race day, talk to them off the race day,
I've got to find out the rule. I'll tell you about it in a minute, Dubs. But if it's true, there's about 19 blokes in Sky that can't work anymore.
Yeah.
You know, fucking
What about jockey
every,
managers?
There's some rule, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is rule. Anyway, I'll tell you what the story's about in a minute, because we've got to go.
What about jockeys that are ex-stewards? Like, wasn't Shane Cullen a jockey or something? He can't be a steward then.
I've got to find out more about it.
It's sounding delicious, isn't it?
Well, especially when you know what it's about. But I can't say in the air.
All right.
Glenn's going
Thank
to write
you.
a feature article first.
Yeah,
And
okay.
no, I'm not.
Yeah. Okay.
See ya.
Bye.